Now on Fast Track News. What went down at the Global Nuclear Engineering Summit?
Plus, the cutting-edge fighter jets that will be built right here in West Lafayette.
And an annual Veterans Day tradition at the PMU. All your campus news, weather, and sports is straight ahead. Fast Track is back.
Happy Friday, Boilermakers. I'm Marissa Delgado.
And I'm Lydia Deniston. It's November 7th. Here's a look at your campus news for the week. First, Purdue hosted a Global Nuclear Engineering Summit that featured many high-profile speakers, including Indiana Governor Mike Braun and Purdue President Mung Chiang. The event also had a few big announcements. Reporter Ellie Jones has the story.
The Boilermakers are not winning basketball. We are winning in nuclear energy and energy dominance.
This past Wednesday and Thursday, a global nuclear energy summit packed Loeb Playhouse. This is a premier gathering looking to help shape the future of nuclear energy deployment through leadership from industry, finance, government, university, and research. Wednesday was a jam-packed day featuring keynote speakers, panels, and even a fireside chat with Purdue President Mung Chiang and Indiana Governor Mike Braun. Congresswoman Victoria Sparks was there, and she stated that Purdue is a wonderful place to hold this summit, and how impressed she is with the students here.
It's known around the world, so I want to encourage a lot of students to be future business owners, innovators, and starting companies and really try to, because the energy security, also the world security. We can empower our country, but also we can bring stability around the world, and it's clean energy. It's very, very important. So I'm so happy that Purdue is doing it with the state of Indiana.
This event is monumental for leaders in the industry, contractors and business people, and students alike.
Well, the energy market's one of the markets that we really watch closely. Indiana's going through a renaissance, of course, with all the conversations about nuclear energy. We want to be part of that conversation.
I've never been to a conference kind of like this, but it's incredible to have the opportunity where it just comes right to your backyard, right?
This event also had many big announcements for Purdue. Purdue announced that they are launching an online small modular reactor certificate, a partnership with BWXT, which is a nuclear engineering powerhouse company, to advance nuclear innovation. And they also announced that nuclear company First American Nuclear is moving to Indiana. These announcements were made in hopes of encouraging more people to obtain the Small Modular Reactor, or SMR, certificate, become interested in nuclear power, and to motivate more people to get involved in nuclear power. Thursday shifted from big picture into practical execution, diving into technical details, aligning priorities, and defining concrete actions for accelerating SMRs, as well as a tour of Purdue's own reactor. Indiana is positioned to lead the way as a national hub for nuclear power due to Purdue's unmatched research, innovation, and workforce capabilities. Reporting for Fast Track News, I'm Ellie Jones.
The temperatures were pretty warm this week, but will they hold?
Meteorologist Sophie McLaughlin is here with the first look at the forecast.
Hello Boilers, I am Sophie McLaughlin and I will be bringing you our weather today. We start this morning with some short showers, but we'll have a peak of sunshine later this afternoon. We are partly cloudy today with a high of 69 degrees. There will be some wind today from the southwest coming in between 10 to 20 miles per hour, and there is about a 50% chance of rain, so make sure to pack your umbrella. Tonight we have clear skies and a low of 38. We started our day at 49 degrees and a 50% chance of rain, but at 6 a.m. that chance of rain increases to 50% and the temperature does hit 54 degrees. However, by noon we have a hint of sunshine and the chance for rain is only 3%. By 6 o'clock we have clear dark skies and a cool 60 degrees, which carries into the night where we reach our low for the day at 38 degrees.
Boeing and Saab announced that the production of an advanced fighter jet will begin soon at a plant here in West Lafayette. The Boeing Saab T-7A Red Hawk is the U.S. Air Force's next-generation jet trainer, built to replace the aging T-38 Talon. It is named Red Hawk in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen, the first African-American military aviators. Boeing and Saab partnered globally with the rear fuselage, first built in Sweden, then moved to West Lafayette. The West Lafayette plant will produce the aft sections of the jets, which will then be assembled in St. Louis. The Saab plant is located in Purdue's Discovery Park District. Production of the T-7A Red Hawk will continue through the mid-2030s to fulfill their contract with the Air Force for 351 jets.
The City Bus Silver Loop has returned to Purdue's campus after several months off service. The route now covers the main campus area and nearby student housing, with several stops adjusted to shorten travel time and reduce overlap with other lines. The service runs at regular intervals throughout the day under the updated 2025 schedule. Along with these route adjustments, the single ride fare has increased from $1 to $2. City Bus says the new rate reflects higher operating costs and changes to the overall transit system in West Lafayette.
The annual Field of Flags display is taking place outside the Purdue Memorial Union from November 5th through Veterans Day. The display is organized by the Dorothy Stratton Veteran and Military Success Center. Boilermaker veterans, current service members, and military-connected families are invited to place a flag in honor of their service. The flags will remain on the PMU front lawn through Tuesday's Veterans Day ceremony. You can pick up a flag at room 284 in the PMU to be a part of the tradition.
Up next, a look at the class that broadcasts games for Lafayette's baseball team.
And still to come, a new education model that earned a team of professors a $2 million grant. We'll be right back after this short break.
I love youth choir because it's what gave me a home on campus. I didn't know anyone, but nowhere made me feel as welcomed and loved as the moment I walked into this room and stood on those risers.
My name is Mickey Reese, and I am Hammered Threads. Hammered Threads and Boiler Vintage started roughly 5 years ago. My brother runs Boiler Vintage, so it's kind of a family thing. I think people enjoy seeing graphics or pieces that are no longer made or they haven't seen before. It's really what it's about. Hammered Threads brings style to Purdue.
Welcome back, Boilermakers.
A multidisciplinary team at Purdue has secured nearly $2 million in funding from the National Science Foundation. The grant will fund an innovative convergence education initiative over the next 4 years. This groundbreaking model breaks down disciplinary barriers between arts, sciences, business, and engineering. It also enables students and faculty to form teams across subjects for collaborative learning that is focused on complex real-world problems. By integrating knowledge and theories from diverse disciplines, the program will cultivate essential problem-solving skills in students.
In the summer, one Purdue class gives students hands-on sports broadcasting experience. Reporter Lizzie Parrish has the story.
During the summer, students interested in sports broadcasting have the opportunity to take a class in partnership with the Lafayette Aviators, a local semi-professional baseball team.
We're in charge, of broadcasting 30 home games live.
Caleb Martin, instructor for the course, took over teaching. He says that there is much that a student can gain from taking this course.
I think the live experience overall is probably one of the most important things that students can walk away with from this course. It's something that you can't always simulate during a normal class setting.
As part of this course, students will learn about all the moving pieces needed to make a successful live sports broadcast.
Even though a student comes into this and has a completely different degree that's not in broadcasting, they can come in and do this course and learn from the ground up and walk away with a lot of skills that they definitely didn't have before.
Students interested in this course can talk to their advisors about signing up today.
Coming up, we will take a look at the radar to check out the precipitation for this weekend.
What is Purdue Night Train? Purdue Night Train is a social dance club here on campus where we offer lessons and host social dances primarily with swing dancing, but we also do line dances and blues. Lindy Hop is a type of swing dance that we specialize in particularly, and it is a dance that originated in the late 1920s and early 1930s. It is a Black American dance that has its origins in Harlem, New York, and it's primarily danced to jazz music. You don't need a partner, you don't need any experience. We just ask that people come to meet people, have fun, and dance.
We are Phi Gamma Nu Purdue. Our three pillars are professionalism, philanthropy, and social.
My favorite part about PGN is definitely all the ways I've been able to grow professionally, where it's through networking events, philanthropy events, resume reviews, etc.
My favorite thing about PGN is definitely the sense of community here. Everyone is so welcoming, and it truly makes me feel important.
For our 7-day outlook, first we have today, Friday, where we have partly rainy in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon, high 69, low 38 degrees. Saturday, we have cloudy, 58 as a high, 32 as our low. And then starting Sunday and carrying throughout the rest of the week, we are partly cloudy, which remains consistent. Sunday and Monday, we have some cooler temperatures with 38 degrees, pretty chilly, and then it warms up again Tuesday and continues throughout the week, 50 degrees, 58, 57, and lows in the 30s. For our futurecast Saturday, we do have a slight chance of rain in the morning, but it changes to mixed rain and snow in the evening. Sunday, we will have some rain and snow in the morning and clouds in the afternoon, and Sunday night there are a few flurries or snow showers possible. For our game day forecast against the Buckeyes of The Ohio State University, we are looking at a crisp 56 degrees for kickoff. At halftime, we'll only be about a degree warmer, approaching our high of 58. And at the end of the fourth quarter, the temperature will be a few degrees cooler, around 55.
Just ahead, Purdue traveled to Ann Arbor this past Saturday to face the Wolverines. We'll be featuring an interview with head coach Barry Odom.
Plus, basketball season is officially underway in West Lafayette. We have exclusive footage of both the men's and women's games this week. I'm Travis Spoelstra.
And I'm Michelle Guadarrama. Don't go away, sports is next. Under the lights at the Big House, Purdue faced one of its toughest tests of the season, a matchup with number 21 Michigan, and while the final score didn't go their way, the Boilermakers proved that they can hang with the best.
Excited about the way our team competed and fought for 4 quarters. I thought there were a number of things that we went and executed in the game plan on how we were trying to play the game in all 3 phases being complementary.
It was Saturday night in Ann Arbor, and Purdue headed into enemy territory against number 21 Michigan. The Wolverines held on for a 21-16 win, but the Boilermakers left Michigan Stadium showing they belong in the fight. Michigan got things rolling fast. The Wolverines struck on a 54-yard burst by Jordan Marshall, who set the tone with a career-best night. But Purdue answered back in the second quarter with a 16-play, 75-yard drive capped by a 2-yard run from Antonio Harris, tying it 7-7. Midway through the third, Purdue sliced the lead to 4 when kicker Spencer Porth drilled a career-long 50-yard field goal. In the fourth quarter, pulling with 21-16 with 6 minutes to go, but the devastated Boilers couldn't complete the comeback. So for Purdue, the record doesn't improve. They fall 2-7 overall and 0-6 in the Big Ten, but the fight was real. The improvement was visible, and the league may have just been reminded they're not pushovers.
I thought our kids did a really good job of competing. Didn't have any noise or false start issues with a crowd of 110,000, which was really good to see. Great poise, and again we came up short, but also had a lot of fun coaching that group for 4 quarters the other night, and we were in an environment that our guys embraced it and they attacked it, and we came up short, unfortunately. So.
Up next, the Boilermakers return home and face the nation-leading Ohio State Buckeyes next Saturday, aiming to turn these promising bits into a breakthrough.
Now, a look into the start of the men's basketball season. Fast Track sports reporter Alex Custer has a story.
I'm staying outside of Mackey Arena, the home of the pride of West Lafayette, the Purdue men's basketball team. Just a few days ago, they started the season by making history as they were named number 1 in the AP preseason poll for the first time in school history. With heightened expectations of a championship or bust this year, the Mackey faithful came out strong and had a strong showing this past Tuesday night. Earlier this week, the Purdue men's basketball team kicked off its 2025 to 2026 season with a home game against the University of Evansville. All eyes were on senior Braden Smith, who was previously named Naismith Trophy watch list for this season, which is awarded to the college basketball's top player. But the one who stole the show was not him. The real star of the night was senior Fletcher Lawyer, who scored a career high of 30 points, including 7 made threes. In addition to a strong performance from one of the veterans, several new additions also made a big impact on the night. Transfer Oscar Clough put up a strong performance in the paint, clocking 10 total rebounds with 9 points. 2 promising freshmen also put up stats. Highly touted Israeli recruit Omer Meyer had a decent first career game, finishing with 7 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. Fellow freshman Jack Benter also had a solid performance as he was part of the starting lineup, ending with the night with 11 points and 6 rebounds. It may be the first game of the season, but this team already looks like it is ready to make a deep run come March. The Purdue's men's basketball team will return to Mackey Arena tonight at 7 p.m. as they take on Oakland University. Reporting for Fast Track Sports, my name is Alex Custer.
This past weekend, the Purdue volleyball team secured 2 wins in both of their away games, each going to 5 sets. On Friday at Michigan State, the Boilers had a dominating start, winning the first 2 sets. While Michigan State did win the next 2 sets, we were able to take home the win in the 5th set. On Sunday at Michigan, the Boilers had a rough start, losing the first 2 sets. However, the team was able to win the game in the last 3 sets. These 2 wins have bumped the Boilermakers from 11th in the Big Ten to 9th. Additionally, it was announced on Monday that Taylor Anderson is now in the top 10 career assists for Purdue. As of today, she is sitting at 9th place with a total of 3,341 assists. Taylor will continue to be racking up those numbers tonight with her teammates as they face off against Penn State at 5:30 in Holloway Gymnasium.
The Purdue women's basketball team played Fairleigh Dickinson in their season opener on Monday. For more on that, here's Sam Shakuri.
It is Monday, November 3rd at approximately 9 p.m. and the Purdue women's basketball game just ended. I'm Sam Shakuri reporting for Fast Track News, and I'm here at Mackey Arena where the Boilermakers just hosted Fairleigh Dickinson in their opening game of the season. Final score, Purdue 67, Fairleigh 48. This result coming just a week after Purdue obliterated their Northwestern relatives in a 118-42 exhibition. This game started out fairly even for the first few minutes, but Purdue quickly blew past their opponents and were out of touching distance for the rest of the night. The player of the match for me had to be Kiki Smith, who was basically on the court the entire night. A well-rounded performance from her, tied up with a couple of tough shots towards the end. What a valuable player she is. Staff and players from the team gave post-game interviews. Here's what they had to say on the win.
That 100% has to be our identity. We have to be able to be a little bit tougher on the defensive end and finish plays and play defense without fouling. Hurry teams up with our pace, so they play a little faster, take quicker shots, turn the ball over so we can run the floor and score.
You know, we got the win, but I feel like as a team, we know what we need to do to be better physically. I don't feel like we played our best tonight as a team, and I think that we know that as a team as well. So just, you know, taking it to practice tomorrow, you know, going at it hard with each other, I feel like that's where it starts. All the physicality starts in practice, you know, being physical with each other, and that's going to lead over into the games. And when we are physical in practice, we do need to bring that over into the games.
The first game of the season isn't always the best predictor for how the season will unfold, but right now it can give us some insight on what to expect when Purdue play their next game against Eastern Illinois, also here at Mackey. That'll be on Thursday, so by the time you're watching this, the game will have already happened. You'll know the score, but I don't, so I'm going to wish them the best of luck. For Fast Track News, I'm Sam Shakuri.
It's always nice seeing our own doing big things on big stages. And last weekend in the NFL, we got to do just that. On Sunday, the Bears traveled to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, where former Purdue receiver and return man Charlie Jones is the Bengals' starting kick returner. On the very opening kickoff, Charlie Sizzle fielded the kick deep in his own territory, but it didn't make a difference because Jones still made a house call and returned the kick for a 98-yard touchdown. Over on defensive side of the ball, we take a look at the contributions from George Karlaftis of the Kansas City Chiefs. Karlaftis had 6 total tackles in the Chiefs' loss to the Bills on Sunday. Former Purdue linebacker Derek Barnes also made a significant impact for his Detroit Lions on Sunday, racking up 5 tackles and a sack on Sunday. In other Pro Boiler news, former standout Purdue wide receiver David Bell announced recently his plans to retire. Bell had been with the Cleveland Browns for the last few seasons, after being one of the best receivers we've seen in West Lafayette. Good luck with your next chapter, David.
This past Friday, Purdue cross country traveled to East Lansing, Michigan for the 2025 Big Ten Championships. Led by senior Douglas Buckridge's 7th place finish overall, Purdue men's cross country finished 6th at the tournament. Buckridge was honored for his performance with a first-team All-Big Ten selection, alongside grad student Nathan Walker, who was given second-team All-Big Ten as well. Buckridge is just the 7th Boilermaker to earn first-team honors in the program's history. It was a tough outing for the women's team, however, as the team finished 17th in the meet. Junior Julia Ekonomu led the team with a 100th place finish. This is her first time this season leading Purdue in a meet. Purdue Cross Country's next postseason meet will be next Friday in Evansville for the NCAA Great Lakes Regional.
Last weekend, Purdue men's tennis competed at the Big Ten Individual Championships in Madison, Wisconsin. On Thursday, the Purdue pair of Velazquez and Ali Khan fell to Nebraska 2-6 at the opening round, then lost to Indiana 4-6 in a consolation match. Unfortunately for Purdue, the duo of Simeonovich and Premzel also dropped their first match to Nebraska 2-6. However, they bounced back with a 6-3 win over Wisconsin in consolation play. In Friday's doubles consolation matches, the Boilermakers picked up a win over Michigan, but fell to Wisconsin. In singles play, Ali Khan was defeated in the round of 64, while Simeonovich and Velazquez both fell in the round of 32. After advancing on Friday, Premzel was eliminated in the round of 16 on Saturday by Indiana. The Boilermakers closed out the weekend with 4 more wins on Saturday, 2 doubles consolation matches, and 2 single victories by Simeonovich.
Purdue Wrestling traveled to the West Coast for the weekend and returned to West Lafayette 2-0. The Boilermakers opened their season defeating the Mustangs and the Roadrunners. On Saturday, November 1st, Purdue took a 19-13 victory over Cal Poly, winning 6 of the 10 matches. 165-pound weight class, number 3, Joey Blaze, scored bonus points in a 19-14 technical fall win. Blake Borman of the 133-pound weight class won in an 8-2 decision. Grayson Clark from 141 weight class nearly beat number 4 ranked Zeth Romney. In the third period, Clark led 5-4, although before time expired there was an illegal hold against Clark. In overtime, Romney took the lead and won 6-5. Gavin Brown won 4-1 in sudden victory. Brody Bowman won in an 8-4 decision, and Ben Vanidia won in an 11-4 decision. Sunday, November 2nd, Purdue destroyed Cal State Bakersfield 39-3. Blake Borman won with a come-from-behind 12-10 decision. Grayson Clark won a 9-3 decision. Gavin Brown has remained undefeated in his Boilermaker career, being 2-0. Up next for the Boilermakers, they travel to Columbia, Missouri on Sunday, November 9th for the Tiger Style Invitational. That's a wrap for sports.
But stay tuned. Fast Track will be right back after this quick timeout.
Hi, I'm Vina, a keyboard.
Hi, this is Dean, the guitarist.
Hi, I'm Bob. I play bass guitar.
Now it's time for our question of the week. With temperatures dropping, we asked students how they're adapting to the change.
Are they sticking with sweatshirts and jackets, or are they already pulling out their winter coats for the season?
I prefer a puffer jacket, cropped.
Okay. You think it's cold enough to do that?
Yes, I'm a big fan of being warm.
Okay. This semester I'll probably wear just a jacket. Next semester I'll wear a coat.
Okay, so you're saying like once we get into actual winter, you're gonna pull out the winter coat?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably just a jacket or a sweatshirt so it'd be easier to take off when I go inside.
Yeah.
That's all for your campus news this week.
Tune back in to Fast Track next week for more. Have a great weekend, Boilermakers.